So most startup accelerators, I would say, are a complete waste of time. And if you're new to, which if you're doing accelerator, typically you're new to the startup landscape, you've never built a tech company before or a business in general. And so you have to be very careful before you sign up for a program. You even need to read and make sure that, you're not locked into some crazy business terms. If you're paying for a startup accelerator, you shouldn't be paying for a startup accelerator. Most of them are free because they're getting funding, and corporate sponsors from larger companies to even do the work that they do. Not to say I know that sometimes there are coaches that do accelerator programs. That's a little different. I'm not talking about one-on-one when you're just working with one person, but if it's like a weekly, 3-month, typically is like a 8 to 12 week program, then typically those are free because you are like currency to them to be able to pitch to other corporations, VC funds, etc., to get capital to do the program in the first place. And so you just want to make sure that if you're applying to an accelerator, that one, they have founders that have obviously been successful, that have gone through the program, and it's not just a big marketing thing. And you want to make sure that you ask questions about content and what you're going to be learning. Now that's a little challenging because if you've never had exposure to that content, how do you know if it's good? But you can ask questions like, what type of coaches and mentors are going to be a part of the program? Ask them, are they going to make introductions to investors for you? So these are just a few things to think about before you do an accelerator. I know all about this stuff. I've been in tech for 15 years. I've done one of the most successful, tech accelerator programs called HF0. Particularly, it was previously for just software engineers. Now it's for people who are repeat founders. So anywho, I'm an expert in this stuff. Book me for coaching or DM me if you have any questions.